Dears, welcome to Meeting with Rajee. We have some practical announcements. Please be aware that the meeting will be recorded and broadcasted via Zoom app to make Rajee's sharing available for those friends who can't join the meeting today in person. If you don't want your voice to be recorded, please don't ask questions during the meeting. If you want to ask a question, please raise your hand. Please do not take any advice as a medical advice or an alternative to medical advice. Please, upon entering the hall and until leaving it, remain in silence. Please switch off your mobile phones. The bathroom is located there on the right side. Outside this hall, if you see Rajee in a public place, please do not approach him without an invitation to do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Miriam. This was mainly for in-person participants here. I think we can begin now. I invite all of you to ask if you want to ask anything. Also, you are very welcome to just sit and enjoy in the silence of this moment. Basically, you decide how you want to make best use of this time. Meaning you are deciding already, but you are very welcome to ask something if you want.
Mr. Rajee. It's more like sharing and also seeing it in your light. And this morning, I had a very, it was a beautiful discussion with my aunt. Spontaneous, it happened. And she started with just sharing with me how beautiful it has been for her when she started going to her guru, who teaches the Gita and detachment, and how she used to be very worried, attached, wanting certain things from me and other people. And now she is more at peace because she doesn't have those kind of expectations. And yet, when I go to her, I can see in her behavior that yes, she has found peace, but there is still that little desire, and she kind of, which is, I mean, natural, okay. But in that conversation, something just came up, which I want to share with you, and then look together with you. In my experience, I shared with her that there is a detachment which also brings a certain kind of peace, obviously, but also having traveled with you in the journey of integration, there is, you know, kind of bringing that light into the everyday relationships and all of that. And I said that there is a certain kind of a detached engagement, so to speak, which I've really discovered with you, that almost it's as if life wants to enjoy the juice of this creation, so to speak. And I said that, Auntie, I really appreciate that, you know, you are so much at peace, but I'm also discovering, just sharing from that, there is a certain juice of the togetherness, which also is requires me to enter from that light into certain territories which I would not have touched otherwise. Sometimes there's pain, sometimes there is, I don't know, kind of vulnerable territory. But just entering into that with the light, actually constantly brings me a deeper exploration of that love, of that joy. So just want you to say something about what I have seen as I'm seeing this.
It is actually like this, that it is not like everybody is supposed to explore life in the same way, or everybody does. No, like some beings are very single pointed in exploring life, whether it is a normal life or through the spiritual tea, they explore the truth of life also. And some are very multidimensional also, like this. So it is not really so much in our hands, actually. It is that seed which we carry, or it is the seed which we are actually. It is the manifestation or flowering of that seed which basically results in exploring like this. Like for some being, discovering that I am the awareness is more than enough. For some, it is like not. It is just the beginning of knowing the truth. And now exploration will begin. Now they will explore that I am awareness, even when they are indulging in physical activity, emotional activities, mental activities, and so on. And now that joy will multiply actually. Like what you are experiencing, I know it. Like I know what you are talking about. Like one cannot really imagine the beauty of it. When you see, when somebody says Anna Brahma, Anna, food is God, food is Brahma. When truly one says like this, you cannot imagine the joy of it. It is like, it is so beautiful to 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 be a effortless witness of you eating food, natural for a being who wakes up. But it is also very beautiful to say that Anna is Brahma and food is God when I'm eating it. It is like a very different flavor of truth you are experiencing. But as I said, it is not really in our hands. Everybody accordingly, determines, or how to say, uh, the seed that we are, that we carry, that determines. Like. So this is where the complexity in conversations, interactions, relations comes in. We try to normally standardize things, and we try to compare also, and like this. And we, in comparing, it is like the most difficult thing to accept that you know more than me, or like this, which is what like this kind of impression is every time created when I will meet someone who knows something which I feel I don't know. That maybe they know something higher than me, more than me, deeper than, like this is the mind state. It feels like this. Whereas otherwise, it could be like another dimension. You are knowing another dimension. I am knowing another dimension. It could be as simple as this actually. But this is what I wanted to say to you. Like there are so many beings who have experienced Kundalini, chakras, the detailing of it. So many beings, like thousands of beings in the past, including the great masters of the past. And yet there are masters in this time where they say either it doesn't exist at all, or it is just of no use. Or they say even that it doesn't exist, at all. Like they just dismiss it. There is no such thing as this. It is all just same. Both are right actually, in their own way. Depends on how much you are interested. Because once you know the truth that I am awareness, what you will do? One of the two things one does, either you live what I call, let's have a cup of tea. You live because you cannot add anything to life, you cannot remove anything from life. All you can do is live it to the fullest. Or there are some beings like me, who have bit of a scientific mind. that we are interested in knowing how joints have been, like things have been put together and how they flow. Like inner, what is the interior inner structure of life, something like this. I think Guruji used this word somewhere, like a scientist of consciousness, you can say like this, something like this. So it depends, like it's not really, things are not really so fixed. Reality is what you declare it to be. And when you don't declare anything, what it is. Because reality mostly that we declare is what we experience, what we see. There are no fixed rules that you should only see yourself as light. It's okay to see yourself as body, as mind, and also see body and mind like this. It's okay. Who is deciding this? So really there are no rules, except there are some checkpoints, like suffering is one of the biggest, like most loud checkpoint. If you are suffering in life, then there is something not okay. When life has to be a celebration, why suffering is there? Like this is what I say to everybody, that when you come to me here, we are, rather than joining the celebration that I am, the joy that I am, you may continue choosing to feel, like you can enjoy, you join me right now, like we will know also what you want to know. Together we will try to explore that. But why not first of all have a cup of tea with me? Like this is the meaning of having a cup of tea. Like there's nothing wrong in being happy. And I understand your seriousness or your sincerity also about the problem that you have, and you want to solve this problem because you are very concerned about it. But I want to tell you, this is the way. If you relax a little bit, if you become a little peaceful and a little happy here, you are in a much better position to solve that problem here or anywhere, in fact. Because those any fundamental problem is solved, has been solved normally like this, that you are just sitting here, no? And you come to what is the sacred, I don't know, principle or something like this. It is the sacred expression of life. Wonder. You come to wonder. Wonder is like a effortless state of the being, where it is not sleeping, where it is not in its stillness. It is in the dynamic field, but not touched by anything, not attached to anything, not holding on to any form, not being any form also. You know, it is the awakened state of the being in the dynamic field. Wonder, wonder, it wonders. This is the purest activity possible. Wonder. It is an activity. It is a movement of light, but without any projection. Everywhere movement happens, projection happens. We project also. So that's why we don't see what is. We see also what we want to see. I don't know where we have come here now. Can you say more? So I
Very
understand
beautiful.
what we are talking about.
Yeah, it's very beautiful, Rajee. Thank you. And I feel very, very blessed to 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 walk with a scientist of consciousness. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you for this. Thank you, because normally everybody on the spirituality has to be labeled somehow, like an image has to be created, and like this. And I found it really not not my cup of tea, honestly. I would like to be someone who is like, you know, like very ordinary like this, more focusing on the real thing than the rituals. It's such a wastage of time. Oh, but it is very useful for those who don't yet understand the value of the real work, you can say. you know. So out of compassion, teachers do accept the roles and rituals like this. No?
So because of this scientific approach and the whole amazing integration retreat, it's like the joy of bringing that light, that awareness into little things at work, interactions, like really everything becomes like a worship. I mean, rather than putting it in different categories. I mean, of course, there are different modes, but I feel that each mode can be infused with this.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
But you are saying is actually like this is how I look at it. That duality is not like a sin, like a mistake, or something that has to be destroyed or removed. It's a fact. It's a fact, not the truth, but fact. What I mean by this differentiation is that truth is that which does not change in any condition, in any situation, in any state of affairs, in any time, at any time. So, duality is the manifested truth. It does change, but it is truth. And like this, through integration, you are discovering the truth which does not change, even in the movement, in the changes, in the feelings, in the thoughts, in the relations, in the interactions. It's a much deeper discovery of the truth, and very tasty actually. As you say, I think these are your words, no? That it's very tasty. Non-duality is nothing but a reflected truth. When truth is seen from the dualistic point of view or conditioned state of the consciousness. As such, there is no such thing as non-duality. It is also a relative experience. No, the spirit which is experiencing this has to kind of drop at some point both of these ideas, so that it can discover the very truth that I am this body, 100%, not like I am the witness of it. No, I'm 100% this body. I'm only this body, nothing else. And there is yet no body. I only am. I alone exist. There is no such thing as body. Right now, this is my truth right now. Both are true at the same time, and both are 100% true at the same time. This mind cannot understand, but it can be experienced. Why we need to understand this? So mind unnecessarily creates many divisions. So duality means divisions, not that duality means reality. Divisions which are lived as reality, and there are so many, and that there is the opposite of it also. No, like you can keep discovering that, hey, this is also not separate. This is also not separate. Like this, like there's an opposite journey also. No? I watched this Rajnikant movie yesterday. I was on eating. When I eat, I watch TV. No, it was called 2.0. I like this version anyway. 2.0. It was robot extension, like second part of robot movie. In that movie, there was a very strong message about birds. The birds are being killed because of radiation of mobile towers, and this guy is fighting, and he finally dies. Like nothing happens. Then he becomes the spirit, the ghost, and then he fights. Like this. And what he was saying was so true. Like he was saying that radiations are killing the birds have a natural, like a radar or a capability inside them to sense the direction. You know, they don't have any map. They just look at the sky and they know the direction, because there are so many migrated birds. Migratory birds. They come all the way 1,000 kilometer, 1,200 kilometer, 1,500 kilometer every year, and they know where to come. Exact spot, a small spot of one kilometer, like 5-10 square kilometer or something like this, no? Parks and like this, they come. So they, because of this radiation that is being disturbed, and also they are dying and so on. And he says, do you know, the birds are like 100 times more in the weight than the human beings, and they eat 1000 times more than the human beings. And what they eat are insects, small insects. Insects are roughly 1000 times more than the birds in the numbers, or in the area, or in the weight. I don't remember exactly what he said. So if birds distinguish, like vanish from life, they will stop eating the insects, and then those insects will eat everything else, and there will be nothing left for human beings to eat. Yeah. Do we see this? We see the movie, but we don't live it really. Like, living it like a living organism. This life is like a alive organism. Right now, it is one. How many of us live it? Very few. So this is coming back to life. This is becoming aware. This is waking up and living that awakening now also. And like this, we discover so much in life. So much. Like there is like, can I say like this little, just for one moment, without that everything that we say, discuss, do anywhere, whether it is in satsang or in private, all of these things have almost nothing to do with truth. They are just tools being used to point to the truth. Truth is to be lived, not to be contemplated. Contemplation can happen to be free from that which holds us back and not letting us, connect and live the truth of this moment. Whether you like it or not, truth of this moment is present. If you don't like, do you think it ceases to be true? No, it doesn't. It's just that you don't live it. You live in your own version. You know, this is the meaning of living the truth. Knowing the truth takes long time. First you live the truth, then you will know. And we normally do the opposite. So when it is said that know the truth, it means know what is not true. Truth will take time. Knowing the truth takes time. When you are merged with the truth fully and living the truth, like breathing in, breathing out, then knowing that of the truth also happens. It takes time really, so let's not be in a hurry about it. But your life becomes celebration, like you are saying, no? Like so joyful, so beautiful, because you are living. You are living. I think it's nice for now. Thank you. I really wonder sometimes, are these talks and sharings useful to many beings? Maybe for you, yes, but so everyone, please, you have to come forward if you feel you want to, like, to be benefited by this meeting in some way. You have to ask. Ekta, you are comfortable? Mahima? Huh? Or if you want, you can find. Acha, हाँ. Nikhil is fine. Nice to see you after a long time. As I said, I'm really very simple, and I like to my pointing to be more immediate than the route that normally we take of the philosophical and conceptual explanations. Nikhil, my existence is a challenge for you. Your existence is a challenge for me, and it is same for everyone actually. And most of the people, we don't they don't challenge us because we keep them away from our life. Away means like how does it matter how this shopkeeper looks at things, how this housemaid feels, for example. But without indulging into this interaction in a personal level, one can actually notice that the very existence of the other is a challenge for me. As long as I resolve that, there will be something incomplete in me. Is it not like this? So it is okay. It is good to discover something very deep inside here like this, a openness, a spaciousness. But then this openness and spaciousness is challenged now by the other also. It is just to remove that subtle form of ego, where the free being that you are is still holding on to being a someone who is peaceful. No, you are peace. You don't need to be peaceful. Whatever you do, you are peaceful. Whatever twist and turns you take, you jump, you do bungee jumping, for example. I'm just saying like extreme. Also, you are shouting, you're very angry also. That's fine. You are very angry. You are peace. Your every bit of your anger is carrying that peace, actually. Not always, not for every being, but for those beings who are free from this contracted state. So would it not be useful to just discover fully what we are and rest in that, rather than trying to achieve something? Everything is achieved by you when you stay as yourself, meaning naturally you start living as yourself. There is really nothing left outside of this achievement. Or however many people like to go item wise, slowly like this. First I want to achieve bliss or joy or something like that. Then I want to achieve wisdom, like seeing or awareness, like. Then I want to achieve the effortless state of the being. And like it's just, as I said, we all are just nothing but a manifestation or flowering of the seed that we are. We are not really so free to decide whatever we want. Satsang is that climate, let's say, in which this seed starts flowering also. Like, so nice. More? You want more, Malip? Okay. I really wonder sometimes that what we do here, or like for example, right now, what I will do, because after every talk I wonder like what will happen now next. No? But I also see that it is desire of life to come together. So like, and very joyful actually to be here. I'm just saying like this so that you can understand that if you are holding back, it is your responsibility. Otherwise, full life, full truth is available here right now. Not only this, but also a sort of a energetic environment where it becomes much more simple and easily possible. Um, is there any possibility of chai today? Although it is asking too much actually, because Ekta has offered this beautiful space for us for this meeting and most probably next meeting also. I will not mind drinking chai on my, like, only myself. No, no, I'm just joking. Like what I'm saying right now is that let's have a tea. Basically, it is that really what is there to solve. And if it offends you, you feel that I'm so serious, I have a serious problem, then I would say take it seriously then, right now, not tomorrow. Then put all of your energy and I'm up for it. Let's come together. Then we solve right now. Until then, let's have a cup of tea. Like, I don't like to keep singing this song of spirituality, while it is not necessary, and keep giving you the illusion that, oh, we are in satsang. No, you are not in satsang until you take it up. You come here. You Dharma, yes, I could see this. You can speak, and also next time you can just turn on your mic and speak, and then you can ask that can I ask or
Okay.
something like this. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Good to see you again on this Sunday Satsangs.
Yes, nice
Yeah.
to see you.
So very happy for this opportunity. I had a question. I think it's not a new question. eh, I think my awareness about what's happening is more and more. So only recently I felt that I could formulate this. It feels like a lot of times I have this deep sense of like unfulfillment from inside, like something is kind of missing, and uh, like mind wants to kind of try to make few things happen, like if this is happening then this life is perfect, or that is happening life is perfect, or there's this unconscious comparison with other people happening, like even in this atmosphere, or even in satsang atmosphere as well, or this person is so much devoted or whatever it can, and so it's, and then kind of I'm suddenly like aware of like my own inside emptiness, which is not this positive emptiness but the negative one. um and basically when I started to feel aware of it, because I didn't have answer to how to deal with this, I just kind of said, okay, I can just observe this and just and then try to find the space from where I'm observing from. And it feels like that process allow me to accept whatever is happening to certain extent. But I feel there is a even negative connotation to that as well, because this acceptance comes out of like helplessness, like if there's nothing really can be done, so what else, just accept it. So that kind of puts a very negative kind of tone to my being somehow. It's like and sometimes it goes away completely, like and I wonder like where I just don't understand like where I am in all this, because when it's not there, I don't know, I don't find it. It's like everything is joyful, everything is there, and when it comes, all the joy I feel, I truly feel in that moment that it was all fake, it was all imagined, or it was all made up by mind or something, and only this negative emptiness is the real thing. And feeling like as if like you haven't lived your life properly, your life fully, like you haven't taken courage in the right moments when it came, that those kind of thoughts become very strong. But when it goes away, I can't find it as well. So um in a way it's like taking a lot of energy from inside. So well, what is the question? Well, what question is well, what to do is the question, I guess, and what is what and what is the truth behind all this, where I am standing in this.
I would like to start with about this question. That first, have a cup of tea with me. It's a very good start, really.
Okay.
Where I'm saying that let's be joyful right now. First of all,
Yes.
like rest of the things should come afterward. Otherwise, we are starting at
Yeah,
wrong foot anyway.
I'm okay with that.
Good. This is nice, no? Like, I don't see really there is any genuine reason one can find to say that, no, I don't want to be joyful right now. I'm sorry, like this. Although we do find actually funny, it's funny. We do find every day in whole day many times so many reasons to not be joyful. Although actually
Yes,
there is
it
no
is.
genuine reason, like because you are craving, you're dying, you're thirsty to be joyful, and yet you find some reason that no, it's kind of too. I cannot. I'm not talking about you also. I'm talking about myself also. I also had this experiences in past, no, that finding some
Mhm.
reason to be not happy. you know. So this is okay. One thing I feel about it, I want to share some background, and then that will also something will come out of it, like a what to do. I think I have shared in different ways this same thing that it feels like as if we are holding back from participating in life. It feels like this. This holding back is what is what is living as the ego, which is creating all the problems. So it has plus and minus both. The plus is that it gives you sense of control, sense of choice, and the
Mm.
minus is that it brings confusions because it is not in harmony with life. But
Mm.
it was perfectly okay when you had only this. But now you have two things. One is this also, and one is another thing also, which is occasionally dissolved and fully, in the being like this, and
Mm.
flow and no confusion and joy. Like, so these are the two problems now, like two components inside you.
Mhm.
So now what has to happen is not like you have to solve something. Fundamentally, you have to participate more. That really will
Mm.
solve everything. So like whenever you
Mm.
feel that whatever you are doing, just check: are you holding back or still holding back, or you are fully. When I say
Mm.
participate, I don't mean that you have to do something really. Participate means, are you relaxed where
Mm.
you are right now,
Mm.
whether
Mm.
doing anything or not, you know,
Mm.
because I don't want to really give it a location, but it is as if you have in your belly some form of
Mm.
restlessness. It's like I say that you are almost like this outside, not like not like this,
Yes, correct. I
almost
think
like
it's
this.
what you say is perfect.
Yes, yeah, it feels like this.
Yes.
So whenever you
Yeah.
sense that, don't do anything about it. If you do something
Mm.
about it, you will be doing it from here. Just be aware of it
Mm.
and live it, not just aware and then distracted. No, continue living it. Live this restlessness, this kind of stiffness inside you.
Mhm.
It will just dissolve by itself, and you will be participating more and more, or being present more and more, or like you will be more and more with life, let's say.
Mhm.
So there is nothing wrong in being happy. There is nothing wrong in being unhappy also. What is
Mm.
wrong is this division, which imposes ideas on what is happening and declares that something is not okay here, and does not also know that what is not okay, and does not even know what to do about it also. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And once you dissolve, meaning once you are fully participating in life, you don't really need to think so much that what is wrong. You just sense, you feel really
Mhm.
very naturally, you feel that what to do here.
Mhm.
It is like you are natural again, plus awareness also has been added now, like this.
Mm.
Like nature is unconsciously connected to the wholeness. You are now consciously connected, you can say like this. Because how can you be confused if you are not separate from life? How can you be troubled also? No? Troubled means
Mm.
like how can I have fear basically? Like I'm
Mm.
not talking about the experience of fear, but I'm talking about some fundamental fear that which holds
Yes.
holds me back, which can make me hostage and I'm not able to live, like this.
Mm. Mm.
So I can invite all of you right now that are you living fully right now? And it is not like to criticize, or it is not like to do something about it. It is more to notice. Because if you are not being present here fully, or not here fully, it is possible to be here fully if you notice. That really is the answer.
Mm.
It is like we need lot of focus to do something very precise. For example, you have a very small screw that you have to, you know, tighten or loosen like this. Then you may need even glasses, or but you have to like bring all of your energy in a very focused, manner. But how long you will do it? If you do it for, let's say, more than 1 hour, you will start feeling tense because naturally you are expanded. Like you are expanded. This expanded state is what enables you to experience a bird who is chirping outside of this house. You are the being expanded. So this is the fundamental, activity that is going on: contraction, expansion, like this. And in the ego state, the contraction is sort of permanent, you can say. Like it just remains there, whatever you do, and you become aware, and it will start dissolving. Actually, it is like coming back to life now. You have that definitely you will lose the sense of control more and more. You will also lose the sense of choice more and more, but you land in kind of a heaven actually. Like you are joyful basically. Confused maybe sometimes, but do you think that someone who is joyful will care whether I'm confused or not? No. Those who are
No.
suffering, they care about whether I'm confused. Those who are joyful, they are actually only joyful. They have nothing else to do. Really, it is true. I'm just joyful.
Yes.
And then somebody say, but you are not awakened. Maybe I don't know this. Would you like to do something about it? Well, no. I have known this joy after a long time, and I would like to live it first. No, like this. So it is mostly report of those who are not. Mostly, I'm saying not always, but mostly it is report of those who are unhappy. That there is a problem in my mind. Thoughts are not. My mind is not fully empty yet. My thoughts are so vicious. My feelings are so negative, and so on. Why you do mind these things? Not really that they are creating suffering in you. It is that you are not living your natural peace and joy, that you are projecting that it is because of them, because of the presence of a feeling, that you are not peaceful. It is vice versa actually. The negative feeling in itself is very joyful. So the negativity is not felt by the negative feeling itself. Is it not like this? It is happy the way it is. Like all the nonsense thoughts and everything, they are very happy in themselves. No, it's just that you are not happy with them. And why not? Because you are free. You are just free and looking around like what to do. Like you be also busy in yourself as they are busy in themselves. No? You live your nature, let them live their nature. That's how we can let our body mind function the way it want to function. Like natural. And it exhaustion also happen. It is exhausted also like this. And it comes to such a balanced and harmonious state of body and mind that you feel like, wow, no therapies can do this. This transformation is possible only through awakening, like this. Awakening means like falling back into your peacefulness. I hope in some way I touched this, and if
Yes.
tell me.
Yes. I kind of I kind of felt what you said before, but I had just still had to speak with you. I think we spoke similar things in Rishikesh also.
Yes. But it is very fundamental, so it is okay to talk about it again and again, because every time we talk, we are in a better, more open and conscious state, and open state, receptive state, you can say, and open or receptive for truth in this case. So just remember this: if you are holding back, this is basically what this holding back does. It is creating a division inside. There were divisions outside anyway. There are divisions everywhere inside us. The divisions in the thoughts, for example, you cannot have one thought whole day, you will have many thoughts. So they are divided from each other. Feelings. So like everything is divided really, and we don't have any problem about it. Now the division is at the base level, at the fundamental level. Like now the experiencer is divided. So this is where you can do something. So it is okay for everything to be the way it is, but you don't divide yourself. Even if it is negative feeling, you will say, I will be fully present. It's like don't do it practically, really like this in the practical life, but internally you can do like this. Like for example, when you are passing through a road, walking, and there is a smoke, lot of smoke, you will hold back your breath, no, like, or you will cover your mouth like this, no. When any such thing happens inside, don't do this. That's what I'm saying. Don't hold back. No. Even if your lungs are filled, your inner lungs of your being are filled by the smoke of the negative experience that you are feeling, you will achieve back your expandedness or knowledge of it. That I'm the expanded being, like this. It is all right. It's and you don't know that when you are holding back for negativity, you are also holding back for positivity. Howsoever hard you try, that I'm going to be more and more expanded to positivity or happiness, you cannot do more than a limited range.
Correct.
So like this, try to not hold back and see what happens. You will really not need to do anything else. I feel like this. And we'll see next time again.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And I feel that everybody should start doing it right now if you find it useful. So that if you have any confusion about it, it can be cleared up in the same meeting. No? It is not like I have created this idea. It is experienced by all the beings who wake up. Like the more sensitive you become, the more relaxed you become at the level where you feel you are holding back, the more sensitive you become, and you are able to notice that still at a subtler level you are holding back. Like this it happens. So good. Anybody else want to talk to me? Now you can talk also.
Bhaiya?
Ha, Manu, you can talk.
Ram Ram Bhaiya.
Ram Ram.
May I report you here something?
Yeah, sure.
It was like this. That I want to know truth. I want to know truth. But one day, I saw that I don't know that what is truth. And then this question, this desire that I want to know truth is disappears. And then I am not able to connect with this that I want to know truth. So now like this what I want or I don't want anything. So I'm like this and just living. So now I don't know that what now or what is this. So I just want to report to
Is there
you
any
this.
problem in this state now? Like, do you have any problem in this state? Like permanent problem or occasional?
No.
Then you have come to your natural state, no? Like this?
No, I don't have any problem with this. Like the practical problems are here, but not even. So I'm feeling like this that it's a doubtful that I exist or not. Exactly, I am feeling that I am not exist as something. I am. I don't know. I
Yeah. It's good.
I'm Manu. This so, but
Yes, yes.
this Manu is just for time being. For yeah, or yes, it's like this.
I mean, there seems to be no problem actually here. So it is perfectly fine. No? So you reported, and I say that it is all right. No? All of it is all right. It is like this, Manu. Let's enjoy together a little bit. There was one small comic, no, I read long time back, maybe in my childhood or something. Not childhood, but like this. Laurel and Hardy, no, and this is, if I am speaking correctly, and they go to this fair, no, carnival, where they go to this hammer, no, you hammer and some meter goes up, and you know how much strength you have, and they did it and they broke it into pieces. Then they went to some water park, and water was knee deep only. There was no water like this. They enjoyed it very much, and then they were on this wheel, very high wheel, and the wheel stopped, and they were hanging in the middle of it like this. And very happily they were coming out of it. And from the other side, one of their friend was also coming out, and they said, "Hey, how are you?" "We're fine." They said, "What? How was your experience here?" He said, "It was just horrible. I went to this hammer thing, and I just the moment I hit, it broke into pieces. I went to the water park. There was no water. There was just knee-deep water. I went to this big wheel, and it stopped in the middle, and I was hanging like this. It was just hell, like this." And he walked like this, and they're left alone. And now the next scene was they were crying. "Oh my God, we were enjoying, and actually it was a suffering. We were supposed to suffer and cry and complain about it. This is conditioning. We are conditioned to suffer, and we are free to fall out of it and to be naturally happy." So you are just falling out of conditioning. you know Nobody need to really suffer unless they believe in things, and you know so it is a very good thing that you are reporting, Manu, that I want to know the truth. It is probably one of the deepest conditioning in the spiritual context, no? That you feel that I don't know really what truth we are talking about here when we are saying that I want to know the truth. It is a much more fundamental thing that you are experiencing. I think it's very nice. Let's be very realistic about these things, very authentic, and like very experiential. Like, I will speak only what I know, like this. And then you speak to life, it will guide you. Then even sometimes, many times, you will not need even a guide or a teacher or a satsang like this. Just be authentic. So nice like this.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Like, I feel our meetings are more to not discuss this thing called spirituality or spiritual problems. It is more to solve them right now. And if we want to solve them right now, let us speak about them as little as possible, and also in the most authentic manner. Then it's really so very possible. So I invite on the, we are going to have chai also now. Chai means not like a break, but while this meeting continues. During this chai, I invite all of you to find out what is, like, forget about what is spirituality, non-duality, duality, consciousness, awareness, witness, soul, being, and so on, chakras and kundalini. You find out what is your problem. You just find out right now what is your problem, and we will solve it right now. This is what I'm saying. You just find out what is, like, why you are crying in this carnival of life. You stop blaming others, that because of this, because of that. No, what is your problem, which is somehow inside you, not outside really. It's just projected outside. Outside, when I say, I mean even it is projected on your states, that somehow I'm finding my state to be very disturbing. Are you sure? Because I know no state can disturb you. Your state, not my state. Your state, any of your state cannot disturb you really. And because it cannot disturb you, that is the reason you are able to experience them in minute details. How otherwise, you know? So now anybody feel like telling me that you have a problem and you want to solve it? But remember, my method of solving the problem is not going to be like straightforward. I give you an answer or a solution, but we will look into the problem. What is the problem? It is mostly like believed in problems. And it is so deeply believed in that it has a energetic manifestation at the body and mind and feeling and emotions level. Like, so at an emotional level, we are feeling like, oh my God, life is hell. No, life is not. Just maybe don't be in a wrong company. Just be in the right company, Go join the group where people believe that life is heaven, just to begin with. Later on, maybe you can leave that group also and maybe join some group where nobody believes anything. But at least, don't be in that group where people believe that life is hell. It is going to empower that belief. No? Is it not like this? You can take the mic so that others can also listen.
So when life, the circumstances are bad, then that's when you really feel the suffering. But when later life turns out to be good, you made certain switches, you changed certain things outside, and now that life has turned out to be good, there's always the fear that हमेशा ऐसे नहीं रहने वाला. This is also gonna go bad sooner or later.
So, what is the
So could you say something
about this feeling that
Yeah.
this fear? I feel it's a angel fear, no? Because it's true. It's not going to be so. No. Is it not true like this? There is not going to be perfect as it is right now. Life is never going to be perfect. What is the only thing that is not changing in this life is this law, or the fact that everything is changing or going to change. So it's true. No? This is going to change. What I'm saying is that if you don't hold back when you are unhappy, you will also not hold back when you are happy, and you will not have this fear also, because you will know that it's not really about what what state I am in, what phase of my life I'm going through. It's somehow about being peaceful, not in pieces. Divided means pieces. Like this is inner understanding that takes place in you. That my strength lies in my unity with myself, not in how much I am able to overcome the situation or transcend it or not. No, you just transcend nothing. You let everything take over, everything, all the bad feelings and everything, and you discover that which cannot be touched. You laugh actually. Like you suffer also, like you're fully suffering, you're feeling fear and everything, and yet you feel like it's so funny. I'm just free. It's just free. But I'm not free as what I was trying to be. That part cannot be free. That part is dynamic part of myself. It is going to be, like this. I think I can share this. Like yesterday only, we are going through this satsang place renovation, and I'm kind of doing a lot of work there. And for last 2 nights, I was not able to sleep because of mosquito or something, because something else happening at our house also. And I was quite, like very, very heavy head and body and everything. And I was feeling irritated a little bit and, like this, agitated like this. I was sharing with someone, with Zina, that There's very little energy left here, which giving me space to be like a a standard human being, or how to say like this. So like there are all chances that if I use my mind right now, my analysis will not be accurate as they would be otherwise, and my expressions will not be as sober, or I don't know how to say standard, as they would be otherwise. No. So like it's like very little energy has left now in me, which is not agitated right now, like. But I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about that part of myself which moves, which changes. That will be like this. And it is good that it is like this, that I know the extremes of it. That now whole of myself is troubled. And yet I am not troubled. Like, yet there is something which is just somehow not participating in anything at all. At all. Is it a bad thing? It's actually a very good thing. But it sometimes takes long time. So what is happening in us, that the dynamic aspect of ourselves has been divided into two parts. One part is living as the experiencer, and it is experiencing rest of the dynamic movement of this energy. And obviously, this is the reason why it feels very very intense experiencing, because it is happening at the same level of consciousness. But at the same time, the problem will also be there, that you can never be ultimately peaceful. Yeah, if you can allow yourself to be fully participating in this dynamic field inside you, you will discover that which does not participate, you, the deeper self, which does not actually even witness, which does not even see anything. It doesn't need to. It just need to see nothing at all. It says, let the life, my life go in hell. I don't care. Like this, almost like this. Or yet, its very presence is making everything so harmonious, so loving, so balanced. Actually, did I answer what you asked? So just do this and experiment until next week and report to me. Try to open up a little bit inside you, only inside, not outside. Don't say to people, I'm more open and you can say anything to me, or like this. No, only inside. Like only inside you have to be united. The whole world will unite, actually. I have been continuously struggling for past few years that the moment we start exploring truth together, I kind of lose this notion of you being separate from me. And this is where I find it difficult to translate my response in the language of I and you. It's natural, but now I know why it is like this. It's a convention. It's like a experiential, or how to say that this I and you, the division is not real. We are just living it as real, like it is being lived as real. Let's say like there is really no division right now. For example, in this room, no division. It's just same thing. I just felt like saying, so good. In one of the TV serial or something like this, what you call this TV serial, American TV serial I saw. One guy's wife used to do different experiment, no? Like new project for business. She one time did one project like called, she said coffee. They made something called coffee. He said, what is this coffee? She said that like some people like to drink chai sometime of the day, and sometimes they like to drink coffee. But what if they like to drink tea and coffee at the same time? So we have this solution. I feel this is because it kind of tastes like coffee and a little bit tastes like tea also, no? Coffee. I mean, it's nice, but I mean, spiritually speaking, it is nice, but really, no, because it's going nowhere, neither this side nor that side. I mean, or is it me only who is experiencing like this? I clearly feel something of the coffee in it, no? Or maybe just that it has developed the taste because of boiling more or less. Maybe. Hmm? Ah, jaggery. So jaggery is giving this taste of, which is it's nice. It's nice. I like jaggery. So it's still the same taste, but nice now. I feel what I'm trying to say here is that we don't really have any real problems, and this is the reason that we may appear to be suffering, but we are not ready to pay the cost when it comes to solve it. You know, we feel no, it kind of too much. You are saying that I should demolish demolish my house to change my curtains. You know, we feel like this. No, I don't want to demolish my house. I will live with my curtain, but unhappy. You know, like no, they should change. You know, like this. Now you know the cost of it. You know, like this. I feel clarity helps actually. We don't have real problems. You know, so it is okay of play of problems and solving them. But then let's not be so attached to them that we hold back from living. Living means being expanded naturally. Holding back is like solving problem, busy, involved, attending continuously something. You don't have to attend anything actually in the mind, in the body, in the feeling in order to be what you are. Rather, it has to be the opposite. If possible, don't attend anything. Sometimes in the day, one minute, few minutes, 1 hour. This is this is the this is the drop falling into the ocean. You are the drop, you are the ocean. You can drop right now. Don't wait for the path to finish, for some state to happen or occur to you. You are holding back, not the ocean. Ocean is roaring at you all the time from inside. You are just saying that maybe on this Friday, this Monday, this Saturday, I will do it like because I have to finish something. And it is okay for worldly people, let's say, to finish this, but not for spiritual people who clearly say that I want to wake up. You are holding back. You are keeping yourself safe from your own self, oceanic being from inside, so that you can finish your journey, so that you can finish the process called awakening or something like this. No, you can right now, if you are up for awakening, right now you can let go into yourself. There is no special thing going to happen here, and yet you will know that it is beyond your imagination. Actually, it is simplest of all, and yet it is so. It is simply different, radically different. Do you think that you will be united with yourself, like stitching together two things? No, only the feeling or the some contracted energy which is creating the experience of division is dissolving. You were never divided, by the way. So how can you feel like, oh my God, I am one now, I am one now? No. It's still not that which I'm talking about. No, in the simplicity of it. You just find yourself not divided, not two. This is non-duality, not two. There is no talk about oneness here. I don't know who created this idea of oneness. I really don't know. No, not two. Oneness means is a mind projection now. Not two means dividedness is not there. There is no talk about what is there now. There is a living of it. There is a feeling of it, experiencing of it. Talking about it, thinking about it is dividing it. Introducing a division now here. Even about this which is naturally undivided, no? No, living it. Ram Ras. This is Ram Ras. Drinking it. No? I just feel like sharing like this. No? You want to? Achha. There's mic. Can you keep? Vikram, you gifted this cordless mic to us, no? In Goa, I think, if I remember, it is the same one. And since then, I still feel excited whenever we all use it. It's so useful, really, no? Cordless mic, like nice, no?
Rajee, once again, thank you.
Thank you.
It's so beautiful to be here. Yeah, I'm not seeing a distinction between a spiritual and a life path. So I'll come a bit specific to me and my situation. I'm not seeing the distinction between my work and the spiritual journey. It seems to be like a telephoto lens that I go into the mind, dealing with all issues, then zoom in into witnessing that, oh, I'm stuck here, and then go back into this space of energy or formlessness. So sometimes I get stuck in something.
Some oiling is necessary.
Some oil. Exactly. The oiling is what. Actually, this whole question is about oiling.
There are two ways to provide oil to this zooming in, zooming out. One is the manual way, one is the automatic. Automatic way is to stay as yourself, to fall into yourself. That is the automatic way. Then the most appropriate amount of oil is provided at the most appropriate time, and also, you know, the most appropriate type of oil also. It's not just the same oil everywhere. Different thickness or thinness of the oil is also provided. Otherwise, the manual way is, whenever you are stuck, just be more present there. Don't hold back, don't divide. Nothing wrong has happened. Just see how you are stuck. And you will see that release will take place from this stuckness. And this is also oiling it anyway. And few times you do it, it will become smooth, like this. Like why there are integration exercises in our group? Because of this oiling. But this oiling is provided from inside you, not from outside. So it is not a personal activity here, as many times we have discussed. So it is not for personality development. It is the integration of yourself into your activities. Like it is like bringing out that spaciousness or space-like, being that you are. Like you continue experiencing it still when you are doing very heavy physical work and even very mental work also. Like this. This is oiling the path. The instrument. Body mind is the instrument in this case, and the construct it has been in a certain way is this whole structure is the instrument. It is all based on the desire of life and how it unfolded in the form of the birth of this body and the upbringing. Together with that, this is how it has been constructed. So provide the oiling of this. So at this integration activities have been designed in such a way that you don't lose contact with yourself while you are doing something. This is oiling, like this. Because otherwise generally it is either doing activity or just being meditative or in the spaciousness. I think this is fine.
So this is so beautifully put. I mean, and I love the word oiling. There seems to be a joke at play. And the joke is, with the way I perceive it, is I'm a spiritual being and I'm a working being. Okay? So this is my spiritual mode, this is my working mode. The joke lies in, if I really look at my working mode, okay, really bring it here in and say, okay, now let's look at this isolated, constricted form or focused form of doing work, which is what I'm supposed to do. When I look at that, I see the best moments comes when I'm touching a space within me, which is very expanded, or somebody in front of me is touching that space through me, you know? So it's like, I'll give a practical example. I'm trying to sell my machine to a customer. He's not buying the machine. He's actually buying that space. It's when him and me get into a journey and say, wow, that's when the machine is. There's this wow that has to come. And I'm lucky to be in a, a space of work where there's a lot of wow.
That's very nice.
So
This is very nice.
actually, I'm saying that I'm going between A to B, but actually the A and B are connected. It's one.
Yes, yes. Actually, it is true. I mean, this wow that you are talking about happens more and more as we start letting life happen more and more. Because doing is like has two parts of it. One is trying to control life, and in this case, the life is basically most of the life is projected one in this state of ego. It projects actually. So there is so much struggle continuously, and obviously the struggle is what is causing this fear that I must control. Although it is not seen that if you stop projecting, you start living the truth of life. You don't have to think so much. You don't have to remember also so much what to do when this happens, what to do when that happens. You will naturally start responding to life the way it happens. And this is, I think, what you are talking about. Like it's like more and more unfolding kind of, because it's really not two separate things. Even when you are selling something to someone, it's just one thing. It's just one thing like this. I feel it's very nice. It's very nice because it is understood at a fundamental level, not just it's nice. Thank you. I think that there's someone wrote something. Ananda wrote, Namaste. Just came back from India and I don't know how to live. No money. Ananda. Then Gajanan said, Dear Rajee, thank you for being here and beautiful sharing. Feeling relaxed now and happy. Hug. Yatri. Haha. One hug from me also to you, Yatri. Ananda, I don't know if you are still here. If you like to talk to me, you can turn on your mic and talk to me, or you can write here more to confirm that you want to talk to me. If you don't want to be recorded, like if this is the reason why you don't want to speak, you can write here, but confirm that you are still here and interested in talking to me. I think I'm waiting for this friend, just for a few minutes maybe. He said thank you. No, he wrote something like thank you. So probably he will write something now or will speak maybe. I will write. Okay, please write. But I'm amazed, how in so many ways I'm amazed these days, out of this wonder that there was a time when I was so obsessed, or how to say, concentrated on my knowing of myself, my journey, which is not there anymore. Like, the involvement or the project is not going on anymore. No, then because of that, now I'm so available and I'm able to see that your life and life project or aims of life are as sacred as they have been mine. No, like, and that kind of opens up such a different perspective and a space of being where love is felt without even even having a form here or seeing a form there, as such, like a solid entity. Form is experienced, perceived also, but you know it's amazing. So being non-dual is not like being blind or something, like life is flat awareness or something. No, it's much more tangible, than much more detailing than before, actually. But it is not binding anymore. Every encounter with life is making you more and more free. Not free from anything, because there was no bondage anyway. Free from the fear that there is some bondage, there is some turn which can do something to me, and like you are becoming more and more fearless, like this. Fearless means fear is less and less now. Like there is a kind of a persistent fear inside us at the base level somehow, which is kind of reducing now, like slowly. You're not gaining back anything in lieu of that okay, the fear will be replaced by something. No, it but just kind of covering you somehow, and by not letting you open up to life, like this. And now you are like this, slowly, gently, not like you start dancing like hippies immediately. No, not like this. In a very sober, in a very simple way. Okay, I think this friend has written something. You are saying, Ananda, that I have come back from India after 2 months and I don't have a space to do nothing. Maybe you give me some clarity. Thank you. Ananda, there is a very simple thing I sense, that if there is someone inside you troubled by this state where you are right now, then that someone must do something or will do something. And this someone is trying to avoid this doing, it's trying to avoid this responsibility. And it is not going to happen. So this one who is suffering, who is confused out of this state that I have no money, no place to do nothing, anything, has to do something. So this is what I always say, that as long as you have a sense of choice, you will have to make a choice. You cannot say I'm choiceless right now, or I refuse to make a choice. You may refuse, but then you have no concern about it then. But it seems that you have concern about this state. Life does not really have concern about it. Life knows what turn it is going to take after this. So life is secured by its own movements, in its own movements. But something inside you seems like not feeling secured or feeling fear. This something will have to do something about life or about itself. So better you be clear about what is your problem in this state. That having no money is your problem. Like I remember long back, like 92, 94, something like this. I remember in Delhi, we used to go to this Osho meditation center. And one Swamiji, very beautiful being actually, like how to say, owner of the center. I used to have some argument. I had argument with him one time. He said, "Do you work?" I said, "Right now, yes, but I am planning to leave the work and I will just do meditation." He said, "What you will eat?" I said, "I don't know." "So will you beg?" I said, "Maybe." "What's wrong in that?" And I really meant it at that time. That what's wrong in begging? So that I can save all of my energy for meditation. I don't mean that one shouldn't beg, but what I'm saying is one need to be clear. If you don't want to beg, earn money. It's simple like this. No, money is needed. If you don't want to earn money, find some temple, some other place where I also searched for those places actually. Some ashram where I can just go there. I found actually one in Vrindavan or somewhere where they had, farming also. You can do farming and milking of cow and everything like that. It was a nice place. So another what I'm saying is try to be clear if possible right now. What is your problem in this situation? We could just a situation. And you can do what is needful. So how it is a problem that needs a clarity? This is what I'm trying to understand here. Can you write more now? What to do to make money? You are saying. Well, I'm not a money expert in this case. I think I don't know in our group if there is anybody, because I had one student. He's my friend. He still we are friends. That he used to teach like how to make money or how to overcome the limitation that we have inside us, that I can only earn this much money and so on. But I'm not that guy. I'm sorry, but I cannot help you in this. That how to do to make money, what to do to make money. I really cannot help say anything about it. I myself sometimes think that what would I do to make money if I stop sharing focus group. No, I'm also searching for such a guy who can give me the answer. You let me know if you find someone like this. Okay, you are saying okay. Thank you. There was something. Uh, just a moment, Ji. Just trying to figure out. There was some Deepthi something like appeared and then it disappeared. Deepthi, you wanted to say something?
Yes, Rajee, namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. It's been quite a few months since I
I
really
cannot hear you
connected.
well. You have to speak louder.
Okay, is this okay? Okay.
Yes.
So it's been quite a few months since I touched base with you, and it is because I was following Mujiji's guidance through Rishikesh, and that really gave me a lot of perspective on a lot of things that have been happening internally, because there was a lot of chaos happening mentally, and at the same time I can observe that the deeper layer of presence is also coexisting. But there was always a sense that whenever my life choices or actions, especially specific actions, behaviors, had to come out, they did not come out from presence. They came from a limited sense of self, like a personhood. But over a period of time, like this last 1 month of being with Muji, and just being there at the satsang, something seems to have softened. And this thing that he mentioned, that there is, whenever you try to touch consciousness, there will be this strong force that will not allow you to. I felt very intuitively that this chaos was actually a birth of that, was born from that, because there was no deliberate. And here's the thing, I also feel like when I question myself who I am, I feel I am the observer, observing both the layer of consciousness, something I can see on my left, and the doership, the personhood that I see on my right. And am I really making the choice? I ask myself, and the answer comes no. Am I the witness? The answer comes yes. And often as a witness, there is no will in me to try to sort the personhood on the right, and there's no will to make the personhood on the right meet consciousness. And somewhere this kind of lands me in a bit of trouble, because earlier I used to be, in this garb, in this mask of being a healer. I used to try to make the two things meet. I used to make the person on the hood, the personhood on the right, meet the consciousness and therefore dissolve the personhood. That used to be my so-called strategy. But now there is no will to do the same. And because, in fact, it takes tremendous amount of will to dissolve even the personhood. And I have not done that. There's just no will, to be honest. There's no will to dissolve it. So at this point, I feel kind of stuck because one, there is no will. Two, there is a duality observed. And third, there is a sense that, yes, at some point, this duality will merge on its own, like a river meeting the ocean. It will merge into consciousness. So there is a knowing about that. So now I feel like, but because the merging doesn't happen and because the action and behavior comes from the personhood, there's also, like financial trouble and, relationship trouble and all of that because actions flow from the personhood. And yet there's no will to correct it. So now I'm wondering, is this a laziness state that I'm stuck in? Am I also fooling myself that I am the witness state? So I'm confused actually about this because this phase is very new to me.
I feel if you stick to the fundamental, and if you let me also stick to the fundamental when I answer, I think it will cover everything that you said. So can I share like this?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Unmute myself.
Generally, like let's begin with the most fundamental. That is that if you discover yourself inside you, discover means like you are always there anyway. It's just that you give value to it more than anything that is inside you. Then you discover that spaciousness inside you or space-like presence. It is right now also, no? And because this space-like presence has a very subtle quality to it, that our mind or we who are habitual of looking at the grosser forms of experiences and things that appear inside us, we are not able to detect or appreciate it fully in the beginning. But as you feel that it is most important, that you would start giving more and more value to it, because it seems to give nothing to us actually. Like it looks like you basically what you are saying is that the room of this space is giving nothing to any of the objects in this room really, but you don't realize it is giving space. Just remove half of the space of this room and keep the objects of the whole of the room in that half space, and then see what happens. Like this you will discover slowly, and you will appreciate more and more this spaciousness. You will feel like, wow, is something so fundamental, and like this you will feel peaceful also. So this is what is, you can say, discovering who you are. In one way or the other it happens like this. Now comes the other part. During this process and after let's say during this process of recognizing yourself inside you as a spaciousness or space like consciousness, and now staying in that, there's a period like in time, no, there's some time it takes. So what to do with my practical life now? This is a very fundamental basic question that happens, like practical question that arises. Whether somebody answers your question or not, but you will face this question. Normally everybody does. Either you put aside this whole thing. I'm just wondering that, yeah, it's still there. So either you only focus on yourself, like some people are able to do even now in these times, or in the past, like few decades back, people were able to do it, like just staying as a sadhu, for example, and not getting involved in any worldly activity or doing anything, like somebody else taking care of their body, food, and like this, shelter. But nowadays, it's not really so much happening, no? So now the problem is what to do about these activities like this. One fundamental or simple approach has been practiced nowadays for some time, is that you just keep focusing more and more on yourself, and don't really try to master your practical life so much right now. It will take care of itself really, and obviously fear comes, all type of anxiety, and restlessness is felt, that like of losing control on life. It is also okay. So if this is like this okay for you, this is the way. That you only focus on one thing and not anything else. But what I found in our group is that this much is not sufficient for most of the people. Because what happens now, although it is actually sufficient, but practically it is not. So what happens now, that because we are not able to keep our focus on ourselves, we don't have sufficient juice of the being which can neutralize the effect of the restlessness or fear that is caused in the practical life in the absence of a strong doer or decision maker. That lot of fear is created here, and so much so that it kind of takes away your focus from the self. Now you have come back to the same rut of the mind, and it is worse now that you know that you are not really the same strong doer. So you are like a half broken doer. You are like a you have lost confidence as a person, and you have not gained confidence as a being yet. So what I found that the best thing, like for to answer this, it could be what I call integration exercises. That you keep discovering yourself this is like the most fundamental thing that you have to do. Discovering means you keep living yourself. This is space like awareness as much as you can whenever you get time. And when life is calling you to your practical life, you do that also in very standard manner. But in between, insert some time, these exercises, which are not really same as how to be, like many people are asking how to be more aware when I'm doing my business. No, I'm never saying that you do any such thing there. You leave the business in your own way, and you do your meditation and stay as yourself in your own time also. But in between, there is a separate activity to be done separately, not like not like trying to be a witness when you're making a deal or talking to your prospect. No, you cannot do that. You are going to be beaten, and you will feel you will lose like you will feel how to say absence of confidence, or how to say, like you will feel that confidence is again and again broken, and you will feel very bad about it, and that very bad state will consume you so much that you won't be able to focus on yourself again for quite some time. Sometime it happens like this. Why to go in a difficult manner? Why not to go in a simple manner? To this simple manner, I feel is that in the whole day, let's say 1 hour for discovering who you are and living that, or 1 hour, not maybe in continuation, maybe in few minutes, like 10-15 minutes one time, 10-15 minutes two time, for integration of it. But that time it is a special activity. So not attempting to straight go to the most difficult client that, okay, let me see if I'm still able to stay as the witness or not. You won't be, most probably, in the beginning. Nobody does. It takes time. It does take time, whether you accept it or not. Let's be practical about these things, realistic about these things, not so philosophical. So this is my thing. This is what I want to tell you. Now everything is covered what you said in this. But what happens, Dipti, that you still want to claim your awareness or witnessing in the middle of when you are in this mix of many things. This is your problem actually, I feel. If not, you tell me.
Yes, that is perfectly nailed, actually, Raji. Very perfectly nailed, because I think that is where the struggle is even becoming more difficult by trying to claim awareness in the middle of action, and that becomes like you're trying to drive a car and you want to maintain awareness at the back of your head,
Yes.
which is sure going to lead to disaster.
Yes.
And that is what I feel like, yeah, I'm doing. So yeah, very accurately put. So thank you so much. I will definitely be more watchful of. I think that's also part of the doership, because it's like trying to be spiritual again by trying to claim awareness. So that's what I'm noticing by you answering the question. So now that there is like enough clarity that, yeah, there is no need to do that. There's no need to claim awareness. It's just that 1 hour or whatever the time I give myself in the morning to just do the integration exercises, probably the mode exercise also that you've shared, also to do the mode exercise, and I think there are other integration exercises you've shared. I'm just not able to pick. I'm so sorry. I'm not able to pick which integration exercise because my mind is filled with so much chaos that making a choice also feels like too much effort. So
Yes.
if there is a specific exercise you feel you can recommend, I would do that sincerely, because I want to stick to only one thing and not give myself that choice making problem all over again.
I feel for you, it will be the most appropriate but most difficult also. It is mode system. You have to, you must practice.
Okay.
It's difficult,
Yes,
really
I'll do
difficult.
that.
But it is like
Yes, it is.
answer for everything. It is like combing out all the unconsciousness at the fundamental level.
Okay, that's great. That's really super, because I love the more exercise. I think because it's difficult, I really love it. So I will do it
Yes,
wholeheartedly.
you try
Thank you
this.
so
You try
much.
this. Like what
Yeah.
happens is that mind has created a continuity of discontinuity. This is what is ego and its life. No? A continuity of discontinuity. Like it keep patching things together, like like this, and creating the sense that it is one. This mode system is to expose that it is not, and like this you discover what you are also. Like you see, face the truth of mind activity. That is, let's face it, it's not really always like I don't really have to keep thinking on the same subject for rest of the day, which we do mostly in subtle form, in a explicit manner or a implicit manner. No, you can just let it just go, like fully thinking when you are thinking about it, and then letting it go. You can maybe note down, but what are your conclusions, and then like put it in a box. Now something else, new mode. Like this, your intelligence will polish also. No? I feel like this. So very, very good. Please carry on like this. I have never seen any. Shyam, you are saying, Raji, I have never seen any integration exercise. Where can I find this? Okay, you can, I think, check with Gina. Or, yeah, you can check with Gina. She will help you. Okay. Because I don't think these integration exercises are sham for you, definitely, but they are not for everyone. They are for those who are coming in contact with themselves now. And this is the most important time where you can kind of win your life back in a way, in a really, 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 not like otherwise going to be a roller coaster ride for quite some time actually, even after discovering who you are. Like this. Like we live in a modern life, and I feel it is possible to make it little easier than it has been, like this. And also you can have both the words also, like Hugan also said that I'm not seeing divisions between spiritual life and normal life. There are none, by the way. There are no divisions, but it doesn't mean that you will talk everything that you talk to your life partner or your beloved with your neighbor or anybody else. No, still you will have compartments. Still you will have divisions. Or it doesn't mean that you will start putting, salt and pepper in your rice pudding or, ice cream or something. No, still you will have those divisions. No? Right? Somebody wrote something. Ananda, you wrote that can you share an exercise? Exercise for what? Like what do you want to achieve out of that exercise? Can you say a little more? For integration the self into life. Okay. I don't think I will attempt that here in open meetings. It is a specific to focus group. And I wait actually at least for 1 month to monitor a being who joins the focus group, to see how they are progressing and are they really discovering the self, or it is just a imagined part of the, like of the mind which says that I am discovering the self. Like everybody does discover the self, by the way. Even when you say I as ego, you are actually saying I as self only. It's just that the portion of the self is given much less value here than the portion which is not the self, not the true self, or what, which is the activity part of it, dynamic part of it. So I'm not going to attempt here like this. It's not for everybody, because this recording is going on YouTube, you know. So those recordings are specific to a specific users, not public recordings, you know. So I'm sorry, I cannot really help you here. Maybe like if we find ourselves in this focus group, this monthly program, then maybe at the end of 1 month, next month onward, if I feel appropriate, I can invite you in this integration program, or what we call integration process group. There is a separate group for it, separate from focus group, part of it only. But so this is something connected actually. It's not really independent. It's just that he asked, so that's why. Here in these public meetings, we discuss more on how to discover ourselves. You know, integration in general is like a desire to acknowledge or to stop rejecting what is practical and what is really present, because this is our habit, or this is a natural reflex that we have once we start discovering ourselves, that we try to dismiss the world and needs of it, that there is no world, no people, no money, I don't care, you know, like this is naturally felt. It is not a sin, it's not a mistake so much, but this is we have to overcome. So integration is this. To be more realistic is to be integrated, no? I would like to say like this. You are saying, how can I attend this group? You can send an email to meetingswithrajee@gmail.com. I think this is the right email. Meetings, let me write also maybe here. Meetings with Rajee. Like because of reflections also, I'm not able to read well. So you can drop an email here and then like this group begins from June. So I think 5 to 6 months, this group continues every month. We are at a very nice point where we will end this meeting. Okay, you are saying thank you. That we end this meeting, unless if somebody has very strong question or something which you want to solve right now, we will end this meeting in next 2-3 minutes. Ma, you are fine? Your health is good? Nice. I think Mahima must have given you message, no? That whenever you feel like coming meeting, you just check with us, no? You don't wait for the message. Like, Nikhil can wait. I'm just joking. It's for you also, beloved. Anytime you feel that there is like, you just check with Mahima, with me, with anyone like that. It is fine. It's totally fine. Deepti? Nahi, nahi. For Shilpa. Shilpa, you are fine? You are feeling okay here? Nice. Satsang energy has different effects on different people, no? Based on the state. And normally, we based on that also, it is decided sometime that whether I will come back again or not, or like this. It's all fine actually. It's all fine. I really don't have any responsibility of anything outside of this meeting right now. Every meeting is like only one meeting for me. So take whatever you can. Yeah. Then you are on your own and life is there, God is there, like this. But for like next 4 or 5 minutes probably, I maybe can be given mic and I just share what I feel like sharing. This is what I call song of the heart, where I don't so much focus on how much mind will understand, mind of the listener here, but more like a free sharing, no, like this. Enjoy. You just enjoy this. You don't really need to understand, or you don't really, probably you can also not understand it actually, but you can live and feel and like this it is understood. Every one of you who is online and here is is a representation of existence of life, and carrying that womb, that seed form consciousness, and that desire of life also. And like this, the desire of life in parts has come together in the form of this wholeness of called satsang. No? It is kind of completing itself in so many different ways now here. And my joy is to witness it. I don't really do anything. I really never do anything. Gina, I was telling Gina said wrote Monday, like yesterday or something. That thank you very much. It's so beautiful like this. I said to Gina that Gina, sometime I really jokingly feel like saying that, Mom, I didn't do it. I just witness. I'm privileged. I'm very blessed to be witness of this wonderful life that you are, the existence that you are, and I'm very happy to meet you also. Really, nothing more than this happening here. All else is the interpretation of mind only. You are a seed unfolding. That's all. And at every fold, when it unfolds, every petal, everything, mind quickly makes some conclusion. Oh, okay, I am at fourth chakra now. Okay, like nice, nice. And then based on that, the rest of the mind jumps on. Neither you can speed this process, speed it up, nor you can slow it down. You just cannot do anything about it, beloved. The sooner you understand, the more you can enjoy the ride. Then you can have a cup of tea with me like this. That's why I have a cup of tea, because there's nothing one can control. Like that. I don't mean that I will not play my role. I will play my role also. Every time, every second, it is I'm playing that role also. But that's also is part of this flow. Whether sometime I will play the role or sometime I will just choose to stay as the witness, not participating at all, not even moving the body even, It can be like this sometime. So what I'm saying is that can you, I invite you to live this truth right now with me. It cannot be taught, but we can live it right now. That I am truth, you are truth. Right now, not tomorrow. This is the answer to all the problems actually at the fundamental level. Satsang is to live the truth together, not to understand it. Who can understand truth? It is to drink the truth. So neither your mind nor my mind can understand this. And how I know? Because I can see now. I can see this now. Mind is always limited, whether your mind or my mind. It is so amazing that we all are like this together. We all are parts of life, and we all are alive. Meaning, this aliveness of life is very much present and vibrating in us continuously right now. So it is the existence, the particles of existence, or how to say this existence, atoms inside you and inside me, which are feeling joyful in meeting right now. Because they are experiencing a expansion that, hey, I am more than what I used to feel. Like this, we both are losing our limitedness, contractedness or something, and discovering our expansion. Expansion is one, contractedness are many, like this. So there will be many, like in all the bodies, there will be a contractedness, a standpoint, a beginning point of beginning towards the expansion. End point is always the same, like this. So when you are sitting on that starting point, in one way or the other, I will appear to you as separate from you. And if you ask me like that, I will also respond to you like this, generally. Only except this part where I am given the mic, where I like to just share the truth with you, not discussion about it. No? This I feel this is the truth that if you really want to ask a question from me, I would like to define that line which divides you from me, which divides me from you right now. Find that line and I will answer all your questions. If not, then I have already answered your questions. No? Then what question you need to answer now? Is this discovery that we are one or all is one? Is this not the answer of all the questions? If not, then it is just a conceptual idea you have about oneness, not the experience of truth. I have taken one more minute actually than planned. But I think it's okay. I can be exempted a little bit for this. Because I really feel, beloved, we should live the truth also sometime. Not only just keep discussing about it. Although by the way, in the background, you are always living the truth in satsang, particularly. Even when you are discussing about the truth, the living of that truth also continues energetically also. No? Like, because it is more about being open and declarative about it, that I'm up for truth or not. It's not really about what you will do after that. I think this is a good time to end this meeting. Is fine. Okay. You're doing fine. Any joke you have? You have some joke or no? Oh. Okay then, thank you everybody. Girish, I could not take your sharing or question today. Maybe next time.
No, that's okay. Namaste, Rajee. That got answered in the subsequent subsequent discussion, as it usually happens. It always gets answered when you answer somebody else. Thank you so much.
Okay. Nice. This is very nice. Hello, then online friends. I will see you again next time.